Some gon' leave like trees in the wind. Well, y'all gon' see like B to begin. That BC days, y'all free to pretend. Ayy, cap on the internet, rap, we ain't into that. Fact, I'ma interject crazy. Ayy, whack, I'ma intercept that with the intellect. Chat, better give me that gravy. Ayy, that mean chicken. Gotta blow that, get it back, never know the cause. Yak, get the plaque, and a few stacks. Never gon' lack any Cobras, dog. Ayy, I don't got a cross for the NBA. I seen Tobin, the all-white promo vid. And if God be for me, I ain't got a mind who against me. Ayy, shoot the shot like I'm Curry. Ooh, I don't cap for my pitches. Ooh, narrow way, but I'm sturdy. Yeah, I don't pass on the scriptures. Ayy, walk with it 4 seasons. Never going back is no reason. Devil trying to tag.
What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, y'all? It's your partners Dale and Cliff back in the set again for another edition of Real Estate Friday Live, guys. Forgive us for being a little bit late. It's on your partner. I was out here getting the bag for us, man. I had a lot of meetings that went over, but I did get that damn bag. Did you get the bag, Cliff? Did you get your bag?
Oh yeah, we got the bag this week.
We got the bag. How big was the bag? Big or was it not that big?
Oh, that was a big bag.
Nice bag. We like nice bags, y'all, man. Cliff, man, how was the week, man? Was it really good, man? Besides the bag, how's the family doing? Because I know we had a little storm in Dallas, right, fam?
Yeah, man. We've had a couple of different storms come out this week. I've had some clients who power went out. Power still ain't back.
Oh wow! Oh my bad, y'all. My bad. Power still out. Yeah,
They still have power out right now.
That's crazy. I actually have a lot of people that go to my local church. A lot of them their power's out as well. Also, guys, it just came back on as of yesterday morning. It was out for 3 days. I mean, it's pretty bad, man. But other than that, man, everybody's doing well, man. Guys, we're trying a new format, guys. This horizontal is it vertical? No, the vertical format has worked out really well for us, guys. So today, guys, is going to be a good one. So get your pen and pads left real fast, clicking the Cliff. You know how we get started every single day that week. The current market analysis, what you're seeing in the market, man. We'll talk to you what's going down in the market, Doc.
Man, I'm starting to see. Like I said, it's going sideways. Been sideways for a minute. Kind of the same situation as last week. I'm actually going to have some further analysis coming up probably the next couple of weeks. So we're going to start looking at the macro, national, state, down to individual cities. But in the DFW, man, it's basically flat right now. We're not seeing too big of increases. I think it's just the interest rates. So the interest rates are keeping everything down a little bit.
Interesting. So let's walk through the price points, guys, because the market changes every single week. So Cliff, 400,000 and below, hot or not hot?
Oh, anything under 4 is moving.
Gotcha. 450 to 800,000 days on the market.
It's still looking at, probably seeing 60, 90 days days on market, depending on what specific area. Yeah.
Got you. 850 and above is what you're looking at.
More at 120 plus.
Now you're seeing a lot of external international money coming into the U.S. Is that correct, Cliff?
I just had one of my clients who's coming in from out of the country, and man, he's buying a bunch of them.
Guys, we told you guys, man, there's a play called Too Big to Fail. I call it the BlackRock place, what we're actually doing concerning real estate, guys. But hey, this is going to be a really good program, guys, for everybody because Cliff, the Fed has decided to freeze interest rates, right, until 2025. That right there, Cliff, is counter to what a lot of experts have been saying concerning interest rates. Cliff, how big is this move when it comes to the market?
I mean, it's going to add some stability. You know what you're getting. I think the reason why you've had a lot of people not jump in is because everybody knows that the Fed wants to drop rates. They're not going to keep it here for forever, and so that stagnates the economy. Because if the Fed just came out and said we frozen for 5 years, We
Yeah.
staying at this interest rate.
Yeah.
You would see people just they would adapt to the current interest rate and just start moving.
I
But if
agree.
you tell everybody, hey, we're gonna cut interest rates by a point and a half in a year,
Agree. I
people
agree.
they're gonna hold on.
They're all going to hold on. I would say this is for those retail buyers. This is going to probably pause them from buying a new home or refining to into a new loan because you're going from a 2 or 3% interest rate up to a 6.5, 7% interest rate. They even talk about maybe even going up to 8%. And don't be surprised if either Biden or Trump wants to be aggressive to weed out all this cash that's in the system that's causing this inflation because this money hasn't been spent yet. Don't be surprised, guys, if either Trump or Biden, whoever wins the election, raises the rates up even more to burn out all the excess cash. So I would not be surprised, Cliff, if I saw an 8, 9, 10% interest rate, really attacking this thing like a Paul Volcker did in the Reagan years to get it out as fast as possible, to really attack it. You agree, man? You disagree?
I think they want to cut.
Why? What
They want to.
could they want to? How would cut actually? Why would cutting the interest rate help the economy?
It's the economy is built on excess cash.
Mhm.
The economy is built on money movement. Right
Okay.
now, money's not moving as well as it could because interest rates are artificially high.
Agree.
If the interest rates were, they want the Fed loves to have interest rates around
They do.
about 5, 6. They like
They
that.
do. They
It
do.
allows money to move while still being able to
Mhm.
cut rates even further if they want to, or even raise them a
Sure.
little bit. So like 5.5 is perfect to the Fed. They love that interest rate. They're close to that now, right?
Got you.
They're about a point and a half away. So that's the equilibrium. So I think they're trying to move towards that. Till then, I think they're just freeze. I think their way of getting rid of the excess cash in the system is just to wait. That's what they've
Just the
been doing
way.
till now. You know what? It's been 6 months since the last raise.
Yeah, but I'd say waiting though, Cliff. How does it burn out all of the excess cash? Because you still have cash from the Inflation Production Act, all of this spending that has went on for the last 4 years. That money has not been spent yet. It's just sitting there. So how are they going to burn out that excess cash? We're talking about trillions of dollars. How are they going to burn that out without raising the rates?
Oh yeah, they're not gonna. That money's going to get spent either way. The question is,
Mm.
can it get spent in a what type of environment it's getting spent in, right? If they spend it all at once, then that's going to cause inflation. If they spend it over 10 years, it's going to cause inflation over 10 years. So you can account for that. So I think they're going to do all these things. They'll just probably change the timelines to when they're letting the money roll out.
Okay, well, let's bring in our partners from Value Temple real quickly, guys, and then we dive into our subject talk about this exact topic of the Fed freezing the rates. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on here. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Let's do. I like this, Cliff. Here we go. Let's see what's going on. Here we go.
Right now, Fed's Waller says rate cuts will have to wait until several more months of good inflation data. Okay, so this report comes in yesterday. In the balance of a significant weakening in the labor market, I need to see several more months of good inflation data before I would be comfortable supporting an easing in the stance of monetary policy, Waller said in a speech. Waller said in the April Consumer Price Index data, which showed a slight cooling off inflation, was a welcome relief and a sign that inflation is not accelerating. As a result, the Fed probably will not need to raise rates.
Okay.
Central bankers should never say never, but the data suggests that inflation isn't accelerating.
Okay.
And I believe the further increases in the policy rate are probably unnecessary. And Tom, you read something this morning from Solomon talking about rate cuts, because that's Goldman Solomon you're talking about.
David Solomon, CEO of Goldman Sachs, he came out and said, look, in April, remember April's not that long ago. In April, as recently as April, we institutionally, Goldman, believed there was going to be 2 rate cuts. And we were kind of handicapping them at the September meeting and then a later meeting. Because remember, they don't do it anytime they want. They do it when they meet, which is every so many weeks. So he comes out and he says that, and he points to weakness in consumer spending. And that came on the heels of what Waller was talking about. He needs to see more good inflation data. Well, the good inflation data is actually bad market data. Let me explain. Target and Walmart come out and says, hey, we're going to be reducing prices because we see the consumer is spending less, so we got to reduce prices. Well, and that was after Walmart had a great quarter and said part of their great quarter was the fact that fast food was having it so bad. McDonald's had a bad quarter, which was actually good for me because I had people coming in buying meals ready to eat out of Walmart.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of a good news, bad news. Good news if you owned Walmart. Bad news if you're looking at fast food as a category, and bad news if you're looking at, is the consumer really pinched? And the answer to all that was yes. Then Target comes out and says, listen, brace yourselves. We had a rough quarter, and we think it's going to be a rough quarter next time, and we're actually slashing prices. Holy crap. Now they're saying, you might as well just say, we're slashing profits for the second quarter, which is what they said. So the market attacked the Target stock. Now you've got Waller from the Fed, and you've got Solomon saying, hang on, folks, it's not really deflation
Rob,
here.
is there actually a video of Solomon saying something? Because with the article you went to, I saw a video.
So Cliff, what Patrick and them are talking about, they're talking about what's happening is the reason why the Fed is choosing to pause in raising interest rates or lowering interest rates, I would say, is due to the fact that that people are the lack of spending from the consumer. Does that make sense? That's what they're saying.
I think it's just it's we need more time to get caught up on the new numbers. I mean, you're still
Okay.
comparing it to last year, right?
Okay.
So as we move forward, those numbers will come in line. Because most of the inflation is only in a couple categories. It's in insurance and housing.
Yeah, it is insurance and housing, but if money's not flowing to insurance and housing, you are affecting the economy because the root word of currency is current. Current flows. That's why whenever a economy is healthy, the organic of currency flowing through the buying and selling of goods and services makes for a healthy economy. Whenever you have the government trying to manipulate or try to manufacture cash flow by printing money, you actually get this inflation that's going on. So what's happening is the Fed is saying the organic, healthy flow of the economy is not working. So if we cut the rates, that's not going to help it out at all because of the fact that where is this excess cash going to come from? Because all that money that was printed from the government is still sitting there. So now you have that old money, the government money sitting there with new money coming off the sidelines from consumers because you lowered the rates. It's gonna account for more inflation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but the Fed wants inflation. It's just how much, right?
Yeah.
They can't have excess inflation. And matter of fact, I mean, if you look at the inflation rate going back, it hit 3% and 4% back, less than 20 years ago. It just
Agreed.
fluctuated back down again.
Agreed.
So they're okay with it fluctuating because what they don't want is have it restrained for too long. Because now you're causing, for example, the reason why they want to cut it is because they raised it so quickly. What that did was that put banks, commercial, and housing. Those are in artificial areas now, artificial economies. There's nothing wrong with the underlying asset. It's the fact that the interest rates fluctuated quickly. In less than 18 months, it doubled.
Okay.
That's the only if they didn't double in 18 months, let's say it doubled in 10 years, all those asset classes would be fine. So basically the Fed is saying they artificially caused problems in the market, and now the only way to solve that is to cut. So now they're trying to find ways to do that to unwind those problems, or else you have banks that are underwater.
I hear you, but I hear your perspective for one of the partners in inflation, which is the Fed. The other partner is the government. And it doesn't matter what the Fed does if the concert partner, the government, doesn't stop printing. Nothing the Fed does is going to work. Nothing, because your partner keeps printing the money, and that's what got us in this problem in the first place. So what I'm hearing the Fed say, this is my opinion, is our partner, the government, is not going to stop printing. They can't. So if we cut the rates, new money is going to flow in from consumers to add to that old money, coupled with the new money that they're going to print. we're in some trouble. So the best of us do is to freeze it and see what actually happens. Does that make sense or no?
Yeah, I think they're just freezing because they thought it would. They thought by now, and I thought by now we would have dropped closer to 2.5%. We're hovering around 3.1, and I think that it's right now it's just 3.1. It's not going back up. It's just staying flat. So it just didn't drop as much as they thought it would. So they're trying to
And
figure out.
it ain't 3.1. We gotta stop lying. That's not the inflation rate.
But
That's
that's
not.
yeah. I feel you. It's not you have to go, man. They've changed the unemployment rate, the
Sure have.
inflation rate.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm going off the numbers that they are
I
looking
got
at
you.
today, right? You
I
know what I'm
got
saying?
you. I got you.
Today they're
That makes
saying it's
sense.
3.1. They want to see
That makes sense.
2.5 and they cut.
That makes sense. I'm rocking with you there, man. That makes sense. Now, Cliff, let's go into the topic because I know you're pressed for time a little bit, as am I. Because of the freezing of the rates, it's safe to conclude, Cliff, that the rates are going to stay high, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
So, how would you advise? And I give my thoughts, you give your thoughts as well. How would you advise in the second? And we're gonna talk about this, guys, because of the fact that how would you advise, Cliff, for people to begin to invest in real estate with a higher interest rate? How would you advise that?
I mean, basically, it's following the same steps. You just got to be more conservative about how you go about deciding your properties. Um, you just take into account that that's today's the current interest rate. I mean, I always go in with the mentality that the interest rates won't change.
Yes.
So when you go into a deal, you need to make sure that deal works versus trying to wait on a better interest rate down the road and betting on that. You don't. If you would have bet the interest rates would be cut by now, you'd be in a bad position. So
I agree.
you want to go in with whatever interest rate you got, making that work.
I agree. What I would say is with high interest rates, your cost of capital is higher, right? It's higher.
Yeah.
So that's a cost for you. Now, the natural thing when it comes to business is passing that cost on to the consumer. But the problem with that approach is that the consumer is bringing you your bag. So how can you still attract your investor, which is the consumer that's paying you your dollars, but still buy a good deal? Become a better negotiator. That's what you got to do. Become a better negotiator. Negotiate, embrace that higher cost, and pass that cost on to the seller because the seller can't sell the property in this economy because it's not a healthy economy per se as what people are accustomed to. So they got to share that cost with you. So if it costs you more money to borrow the debt, it's going to cost them more money to sell the property. So you give me more of a healthier discount. So become a better negotiator. And number two, know where your target audience is. In other words, know what areas to invest in, right? Understand the pain points of your target audience and provide a solution in that area, right, for your target audience. So geographical area, and also become a better negotiator, Cliff. Would you kind of agree, Cliff, or you disagree?
No, I agree. I mean, you gotta. I mean, there's deals out there. You just gotta be able to find them. Because there's somebody somewhere's got to sell. So you gotta come in with a price that you can afford that makes sense, and then
Correct.
you gotta, like you said, you gotta negotiate. If the price don't make sense, you're gonna have to come up with some way to make this deal work. If they want to sell it, you guys tell them the terms that you can buy it at.
Yes. I can tell you this right now, guys, and then we'll give you a solution also that we're providing for you guys concerning this. Is I know where Cliff and I are buying at, we negotiate our asses off. Would that be great, Cliff?
Right? Yeah.
We do. And we negotiate not only with the seller, with the GC when it comes to labor and cost as well. You have to reinvent yourself, become a better business person if you want to be successful in real estate when it comes to a higher interest rate because it's costing you money to go out and buy the property. So you got to become a lot more smarter in how you acquire that property, better negotiation, and knowing what areas need your exit strategy, and also know your exit strategy. Know it up front. Most investors don't know how to exit a property. They don't. If you're going to be a flipper, know what area is selling So you can actually acquire properties in areas that your target audience wants to acquire in, so you can flip it to them. If you want to buy, renovate, and then hold and lease that property out, well, make sure that the area that you're buying in, your audience wants to live in that area, and it's a rental area, right, or seller financing area. If you want to be able to give different exit strategies, that's fine. Offer a long-term strategy of leasing and maybe even seller financing as well. You have to really reinvent yourself if you want to survive in today's real estate market. You agree, Cliff, or you disagree? Oh, can't hear you, Cliff.
Yeah, so I agree. Man, you got to adapt to the market. You know, you got to be able to change your strategy and what you're trying to do to the market
Right.
and see what makes sense. And sometimes as a seller, you may have to sell it for less. It depends, right? It all
Right.
depends on the situation.
You're right, guys. And according to that, guys, this is what you need to do. Mentorship is key. So, guys, we got something for you guys. Here we go. You are concerned about what's going on with this economy. I know I would be, man. Wrong one. Here we go. Hi, my name is LaDale Buggs. Mastering the strategy of locating distressed properties has allowed for me to own about $35 million worth of real estate currently right now. We're talking about new construction, single-family residences, commercial properties, and apartment complex. You name it, I own it. Now, I know you're asking, what does this got to do with you? I'm glad you actually asked. One of the most common questions that I receive when it comes to real estate investing is that they say, LaDale, what is the best strategy I should use when it comes to executing a good investment strategy in real estate? Should I buy and hold? Should I buy and flip? Or should I do a rental scenario? My answer to that question is, why not do all three? But the good thing about it is the investor that masters the art of locating distressed properties will know exactly how and what strategy is the most wisest in that situation. That's the key to this whole thing. We're actually having a free real estate master class. This is 100% free. Don't cost you a dime at all, period. It's going to be myself and Cliff Hunter, who's a licensed appraiser and general contractor and successful investor. We're going to be talking about all things real estate. You can ask any question you want. No questions off limits. We're talking about new construction, buying and flipping, buying and holding, rental properties, how to raise capital, how to put together a scope of work when it comes to a renovation project, subject to investing. You name it, you ask it, we'll be right there to answer any question. All we ask for you is just click on the link below or swipe up and just give us your name, email address. That's it. And you can book your seats. It'll be epic. See you in the masterclass. Well, guys, that is the real estate masterclass. What that is, guys, that is a class that me and Cliff actually did, right? And we're just talking about the top 3 ways, strategies that you can actually implement today in today's market to be successful in real estate. Just to scan the QR code here, or there's a link below, guys, and click on that link below, and it's simple right there, guys. It's a class that he and I went to. Once you get done with that, guys, enter your name, email address as well. Then you can talk to me and Cliff one-on-one if we need to and get to another class as well, guys. It's real simple. So either scan on the QR code, right? Or what you can do also is simply, easily click on the link below. It's talking about pivoting from an employee to becoming a boss. It's real simple, guys. Cliff, you want to say anything about the course at all, man?
No, I mean it's basically man, just an opportunity for you to learn from people who've done deals, understand the process, understand what you're getting into, and man, it's simple. Just save you time, money, be able to help you get through buying your first deals quicker, faster, and easier.
Gotcha. And also, guys, people always asking about appraisal help. Cliff actually has an appraisal company. It's called Hunter Appraisal. HunterAppraisal.com, guys. If you want to talk to Cliff about anything about appraising a property, whether it be in your local area or nationally, guys, he can do that damn thing, guys. Go to HunterAppraisal.com. Again, HunterAppraisal.com, and reach out to Cliff. He's right there, guys. Schedule a time with him. He's busy, just like I am busy as well, guys. So if you could, guys, just do this here. Go there, get some time with them, help you out as much as you can. Cliff, tell them what you can offer to them, Doc.
Yeah, so we do appraising services around Dallas Fort Worth in that area. So we do direct appraisals. I'll also do rental analysis, and then we also do consultations and consultancy. Now that's nationwide to where we can come in and provide that to be able to kind of help you determine what we think the value could be, help you understand how to analyze the property in your area, and kind of walk you through the process We do this for individuals. We also do this for companies. We have an opportunity right now for about 162 lots that we're doing right now. We're looking at doing that in Oklahoma. So, large and small, we do it all. We do it all. Just go to hunterappraisal.com, fill out that form. We'll be able to help you out.
Gotcha. And also, guys, I know people wanting on the Instagram, one of the QR code hire guys. It's kind of hard for us to do it on Instagram, but there's a link below, or in Instagram, the link is in my bio, guys. You get these exact same links as well, guys. So unfortunately, there's something that we got to work out with Instagram. It is what it is. But also, there's something called the Cash Flow Club, guys. What that is that's on-demand training for Cliff and I. I mean, if you want to talk to me and Cliff about real estate investing, and at times down the line, you can actually get on-demand training of talking about how to buy real estate, your first property in 90 days, how to buy, renovate, and flip it in the first 90 days, guys. Simple. How to build your power team. That's another one. At the exact same time, also subject to investing, what that looks like as well, guys. So click on that, guys. The Cash Flow Club is there as well. But Cliff, you want to say anything, man, before we get off?
No, man. Same thing I say every week, man. Just you one deal away. One
Guys,
deal.
we just one deal
Cash
away.
Flow Club, and we can teach you to get that first deal.
Got you, guys. Well, guys, man, thank you so much for your time. We have to get in and get out, guys. Guys, you know how we do it every time. Before you leave while you can. You see that thing, baby. Take that picture for your mom and them. We'll see you guys next week. See you guys. All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Bless God, give thanks. Big God, big grace.